McIntyre,
Yes, 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 yes.
because you are a professor, then you must be most distinguished in philosophy and ethics of philosophy. I
Well, we
imagine.
do concern ourselves with ethics, which is the science or the study of good character.
So, I'm sure you're aware of the concept of building children in test tubes,
Right.
or perhaps the science of throwing DNA into different things, turning T-Rexes into salamanders and
Right.
salamanders and snakes into frogs and all that wonderful stuff. So tell
Right.
me, as you brew your witch's brew,
Yeah.
uh, what do the tea leaves tell of the future of throwing
Well,
DNA around?
the future is already here, Alex. You may have seen the article from Life Science that I think I posted up on my Twitter account. The headline reads, Japanese scientists plan to create human-mouse hybrids. Yes, you heard me correctly, folks. In Japan, the government has given certain scientists the permission to create human-mouse hybrids. Now, how this works...
Zippity zoink. Don't forget, guys, to become a Patreon supporter, and thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, sharing.
He means patron, not Patreon. That means gives us money, not Patreon. Yeah. Anyway, so get ready for this, folks, because the Japanese and the Chinese are way ahead of the West in terms of fiddling around with human DNA. Now, what could go wrong here, right? What could go wrong? So the intention is, here's why they're doing this.
Ever seen the movie Jurassic Park?
Here's why they're trying to inject human DNA into various organs in mice. The hope is that the human DNA will be overpowering the DNA of the mouse and actually start producing, let's say it's a pituitary gland or a liver or something else like that. They're starting with mice. They want to upgrade it to a pig because the pig has it's a very close anatomical match to humans. So it's well intentioned. I mean, I'm not gonna pull any punches on that. It's well intentioned. The hope is that people who are suffering liver diseases and there's no transplant available, we might be able to use human DNA in a pig to produce a human liver inside of a pig. Then take the liver out and put it into a human. Now, this involves a whole range of what could go wrong scenarios, rejection scenarios, all over the place. Not the least of which is what is called the chimeraism. The chimera. You know what a chimera is?
It's some sort of hodgepodge of mythical creatures slapped together, right?
Right.
The Greeks got bored, so they just threw everything into a blender and made a beast.
It's like Pegasus. It's a horse with wings.
Goat feet, yeah.
Those are called chimeras. And in philosophy, the word chimera plays you hear it a lot in philosophy when they say, well, that's a chimera. That's an odd creation of things that don't fit together. So the term humanized mouse is pretty vague, but in essence, some scientists and ethicists are concerned that if too many human cells creep into the mouse's brain, then that mouse's brain might have a change in cognition, okay, or mental ability in some way. So that's the big fear of chimeraism. It's still in its experimental stages, but it just shows you how far Marxist theology, religion, has infected biology and chemistry and human evolution.
Whoa. Hold your pants, fancy pants. How do we go from Marxism, which is secular, to trying to create this benevolent resource for humans, more organs, to Marxist theology? I mean, how are we making these jumps?
The basic axiom of all Marxist theory is that raw political power is the only truth. Power. Okay, and so apply that to the biology of DNA. If we can do it, then we ought to do it. So that's how they resolve their ethical quandary. If we can do it, if we have the power to do it, then we will do it, and we must do it, because if we don't do it, somebody else will do it, and they will have power over us. That's the logic. That's the logic.
Okay.
Marxism is affecting all of this type of research, plus the theological problem. Let's not forget the theological problem.
Wait. You say theological, not philosophical.
I already did the philosophical about the power business. Now I'm moving into the theological. For those of you who believe in a creator God, that God creates the species and God creates humanity, and that sort of a theological presupposition, then this flies in the face of that theology that humans are now going to play God. They're going to redesign.
That reminds me of a documentary I heard the other day. This scientist is, working in his laboratory, and he goes, "Eureka! I got it!" And he makes sure to tell God, "You know what? I can create a human being from dust, just like you, because I have figured out how to do it."
Right.
So, and God says, "All right, show me." So he goes down, bends in the dirt, grabs the dust, and Jesus stops him and says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, hold on now. Boy, go create your own dust." So, I mean,
Right.
even if this is a success, we are able, let's skip way far ahead and say we are able to make humans out of test tubes. Are we really able to create humans out of nothing? I think not. It's not even a human. It's a long string of humans throughout, if we're able to go there, through all this research, through all this.
It smacks of Frankensteinian science.
Yeah.
That the humans are so arrogant. Frankensteinian. I said that. Frankenstein. That's how you pronounce it. Frankensteinian.
Someone hasn't seen New Young Frankenstein, but whatever.
Anyway, so the head scientist in Japan, his name is Namaguchi, Mr. Namaguchi, Dr. Namaguchi. Yamaguchi. Okay, Yamaguchi. And he has various assistants. So this is at its very, how shall I say, embryonic stage, its very, very beginning stage. But it's something for you millennials to watch out for, because how far will this take us in terms of the theology, in terms of the philosophy? Do we have philosophy and theology to deal with the ethical problems and the social problems and the political problems that will come up by humans injecting human DNA cells into animal cells? Now, for the good reason, I'm not disputing the intention here. The intention here is a good intention. But as we know, many failures of science have started off as good intentions, but they have not thought out
Aren't those the paving bricks that lead to hell? Good intentions.
The unintended consequences of a well-intentioned experiment. Anyway, that's all I have to say on that one.
No, that's wonderful food for thought, folks. We would love to hear your thoughts on this subject. It is very emotionally, spiritually, and philosophically complicated, but we'd love to hear your opinion. Also, don't forget to share, comment, like, subscribe, follow, whatever other obligatory term I need to say there. And don't forget to help us out by throwing money at us through our Patreon. We very much appreciate that. You wonderful, lovable people out there.
Right, and if your doctor turns you into a mouse, just hide your cat. Okay, that's all I got to say. Just make sure your cat doesn't find out. All right. Anyway,
good advice.
Cheers, Alex.